تتزوج واحدة يهودية؟
لا إذا بتسلم
انت بدك تجاوب خلي الزلمه يجاوب.
هاي السؤال في مجال نصورك وانت تجاوب؟
طبعا ليش؟
Okay, so yeah. So
Yes.
he agreed to the
Okay.
filming of the face. So would you date or marry an Israeli? He said yes, why not? If she converts.
What if she doesn't convert?
لا
لا بس ما هو مسموح بدينك معه.
دينا مسبوح انت علي كيف؟ بس اذا بتسلم اما اذا بتسلمش لا.
So it is allowed in our religion to marry somebody Jewish and who doesn't convert, but she has to convert to me. كان بده يسألك ايش رأيك لو انك تتزوجي في واحد اسرائيلي او واحد يهودي؟
أعوذ بالله.
Oh, God forbid about marrying a person who's Israeli or Jewish. God forbid, no.
Why?
I would never. ليش لا؟
ليش لا؟ شو بدنا فيهم؟ ما بنحاول.
Why would I want somebody Israeli or Jewish?
ما بيزبط.
If you when I say the word,
it doesn't work.
if I say the word Jew, what does she think?
About what?
Like what pops into her mind?
Okay, إذا بحكي لك كلمة يهودي إيش بيجي على بالك؟
لما يحكي لي كلمة يهودي بصر ماي بلطف فيها.
What did that translate to?
مين بتلطيه؟
اليهودي.
Yehudi. I would think of smacking this person with a shoe. I said, which person? He said, the Jew.
Okay. And after she finishes being angry?
Okay.
That might be a good relationship.
وبعد ما تلطيه بتصر ماي.
بس بضلها برا ما بيهمونا اليهودية كلهم.
I would kick him out because I would kick him out because they're all under our feet. We don't care about them.
نهائي
At all.
What does under our feet mean? Like they're below us?
They're below us.
Okay.
هل ممكن تتجوز يهودية أو إسرائيلية؟
ممكن مش مشكلة.
Okay, so let's record his voice only.
Yeah, of course.
ممكن. So would you marry or date an Israeli? ممكن تتزوج واحدة إسرائيلية ما عندك مانع. Yeah, why not? What's the problem with that?
Okay.
عندك أولاد؟ Do you have any kids? عندك. Okay. لو أجا ابنك يوم من الأيام بحكي لي أتزوج واحدة يهودية تعرفت عليها شو بتحكي له؟ If your son came up one day and said I want to marry this Jewish girl, what would you say?
مش مشكلة ولا في أي مشكلة.
ما في
مدام
مشكلة؟
المواصفات المطلوبة عنا إحنا موجودة عند اليهودية فيش مشكلة.
إيش المواصفات؟ There's no problem as long as the standards that we have they have, it's no problem. What are the standards? إذا إيش المواصفات؟
في يعني حسب أنا عارف. أنا بكون خلاص انسي الموضوع.
Okay. Just forget about it. بدي أسأل سؤال كمان مرة. هل تسمح لبنتك أو ابنك إنه يتجوز حدا إسرائيلي أو يهودي؟
أكيد لا.
Of course not.
From younger woman and the mother?
الأم لا يعني كمان أنتي بتسمحيش لابنك يتجوز حدا يهودي؟
ولا مرة لا.
مع إنه
لا ممكن بعرفش من حتى منهم بتجوز الأجنبية بتحسين الأجنبية لسه غير ممكن إنه مع إنه في يهودية إنه ممكن تسلم يعني صار كتير حالات إنه ممكن إنه اليهودية تسلم.
So okay, I guess marrying a foreign woman is different, and there have been a lot of cases where Jewish women converted into Islam, and that might be possible. فيعني إذا بتسلم
لا
ممكن.
حتى لو المبدأ مرفوض.
No, the principle is refused and rejected.
Even if she converts?
حتى لو إنها أسلمت.
Okay, why?
لأنه ممكن إنه أنا بحكي من خبرة إنه
I am talking from expertise, from
صار أشياء
experience, and some things have happened with us.
إنه أسلمت وخلفت وجابت أولاد هلا في بينهم مشاكل.
That she converted and got married and had kids, but now they have problems between them, and now they want to get a divorce.
والأهم من هيك إنه الأولاد وين بيروحوا؟ أخذتهم الأم فوين صفوا؟ يهود.
And what's more important is that where do the kids go? They go to the mother when a divorce happens, and that means they would go back to being Jewish.
Israeli, no. A Jew, maybe. Like, I won't mind to marry a Jew because it's a legend, just like Christianity and Muslims. But Israelis, I don't think so, no.
Why not?
Because it would be considered as a betrayal for my people.
Oh, you think you'll get a lot of social pressure?
Not only social, but like from inside. You see, because I'm a Palestinian, I'm like 20 years old, 22 actually years old. So for me, 22 years old, I've been seeing Israelis and what they do to us. So I can't just forget about all of that and just get married to an Israeli girl.
But I thought all people, human beings are human beings.
Yeah, but if she's an Israeli soldier and she like harmed or did anything wrong to Palestinians,
Let's say, but if she wanted to marry you, she's in love with you. So she obviously doesn't think badly about Palestinians.
yeah, but she loves me now. But before that, like she wasn't born like yesterday. See, she had a past.
Would you let your child marry a Jew or an Israeli?
Never ever.
Never ever?
No, why not?
Why not?
An Israeli.
Jews and Israeli?
A Jew.
Yeah, we
Let's
believe
say-
in love.
We believe in love.
Yeah, we are Muslims. And our Muslims
Okay, the husband believes in love. The wife's not so
woman
sure.
doesn't. No, why not?
Why not?
In Islam, it's allowed.
with the current issues that are taking place now, no, it's very difficult.
But even someone who really believes in peace, someone who believes in
I
coexistence.
think that at one point she goes back to her people and to her beliefs and to her origin and she's good. She will be good all the time. But when it comes to politics and to our rights and their rights and our, the whole question of the Israeli-Palestinian conflict, she will support her people. And he's going to support his people. And the family they're going to make will be something
Half and half.
separated between the two opinions, which is hell. So no, okay, we respect them as people, not as as occupiers, but not with marriage. No.
But you say it's okay.
Yeah, for me it's okay.
Okay. If you had a daughter, would you feel the same?
No,
Why?
because our religions don't allow.
Even if he converts?
Even?
If he converts.
تحول يعني.
Yes, if he became Muslims, no problem.
هل ممكن تسمح لابنك يتزوج إسرائيلية أو يهودية؟
يعني لا اسمح لابني يتزوج يهودي
لا ولا حتى كمسلمين؟
كمسلمين بس كمسلمة بسمح له يهودية لا لأنه ما
Okay, so no, I would never allow him to marry an Israeli or a Jew. So I asked him, even in as Muslims, why not? But we have Palestinians who have married Jews. ما بتسمح لابنك يتجوز يهودية؟
أنا كيف بدي أسمح لابني يتجوز يهودية؟
How would I allow my
خليني أحكي الصراحة كيف
How
بدي
would I
أسمح
allow
لابني يتجوز؟
my
واحد
son to
قتل
marry a Jew when
قتل صاحبي وقتل
when the
أخوي حبس
Jews
أخوي
killed my friends or my brothers and they imprisoned my brother. But he's saying some Palestinians married Jewish women.
إذا بدهم إننا نعيش بسلام
But if they want us to live in peace,
آخذ أولادي خليهم يلعبوا وينبسطوا فيش مجال يروحوا يلعبوا وينبسطوا فيه فيش مكان
we have no place for our children to
تطلعي
play in.
بريت تطلعي بريت نابلس مستوطن بقتل الولد
If you go
مستوطن
out
بدهس
of
ولد
Nablus, there would be settlers who would kill children, who would run over children. انتم متزوجات؟ متزوجات. عندكم اطفال؟ الله يخليكم اياهم. اوكي، لو ابنك او بنتك اجى يوم من الايام بيحكي لك ماما بدي اتزوج اسرائيليه او يهوديه، شو بتحكوا له؟ If your son came up and said I want to marry a Jew or an Israeli.
حسب ديننا لا.
According to our religion, no. لا، حسب ديننا لا.
حسب ديننا لا.
اطلع له لو ابنك يتزوج يهوديه لا. لا. No. So my son marrying a Jew, no, according to our religion.
What if she converted?
طب إذا أسلمت؟
إذا أسلمت فيش مشكلة.
قبل ما ياخذها بس. She should convert into Islam. That's no problem. But before he marries her. Okay. طيب لو بنتك keep recording.
Yeah.
طب لو بنتك أجت وحكت بدي أتزوج واحد يهودي أو إسرائيلي.
هذا مرفوض تماما حتى لو أسلم.
This is completely out of the question. Even if he
لو
does
أمريكا
convert.
لو أمريكا
Even if he does convert into Islam, but if he's living in the States and he converts into Islam, yes, I would allow her to marry the Israeli or the Jew.
But if he's living
But
in
if he's
Israel.
living in Israel, no, even if he does convert into Islam.
Okay.
تتجوز إسرائيلية أو يهودية.
شو بدي فيها؟
What would I want with her?
Maybe she's very good looking.
بلكي حلوة، بلكي أعجبتك.
مستحيل فيش بعد الفلسطينيات.
Never.
Translate?
There's nothing. There's no one better than the Palestinian women.
Okay.
شكرا.
This Palestinian woman is very happy. Okay.
هي هل بتسمحي لابنك او لبنتك يتزوج اسرائيليه او يهوديه؟
لا طبعا.
No, of course not. بتسمحي لبنتك او لابنك يتزوج اسرائيليه او يهوديه؟ لا. ليش؟
Shocking look on face.
First of all, our religion is Islam, بس الإسلام يسمح.
ما بسمح لها تاخذ مسيحي.
So I wouldn't let my daughter to even take a Christian unless he turns Islam. But I would allow my son because it's allowed in our religion for a son to marry, a Muslim son to marry a Jew or a Christian woman.
بجوز للمسلم ياخذ يهودية أما البنت لا.
So a Muslim man can marry a Jewish woman or Christian woman, but a Muslim girl can't marry a Christian or a Jewish man.
Even if the guy converts.
حتى لو الشاب اللي بنتك بدها إياه أسلم. إذا أسلم. So if he converts into Islam, real Islam, yes, of course I would let her. But
Okay.
أكيد عن جد؟ عادي يعني اللي بدكم احكوا في شيء غلط في شيء صح. She's saying of course, but I don't really believe her from her face. So
وعاش يعني عاش في زينا.
If he converts into Islam and he lives with us and like us, أيوة. يعني I would allow my daughter to marry an Israeli who converts into Islam. So if he lives in our area, yes.
And they have to live in Palestinian areas.
And to have our same customs and traditions, yes.
Okay.
So she had a Jewish neighbor who was a woman, and she couldn't, and the Jewish neighbor couldn't really handle living here.
Okay.
تركت أولادها, and she even left her children. She was married to a Palestinian woman, to a Palestinian man.
Yeah. And she left. She went back.
ليش تركته?
It's hard.
Why did she leave him? She's saying that they never talked about it. The one who's living by the doctor. They're from Selfit. She's from Selfit. هل أنت مستعد تتزوج إسرائيلية أو يهودية؟
هاي شغلة شخصية يعني الواحد بجوز
This is something personal.
إذا لقي حدا يعجبه يعني أكيد
If a person would find somebody that he likes, yeah, why not?
الدين لحال يعني
So
هاي الشغلات
the
إيش
religion
داري
on his side, and this is something else.
Would you make her convert?
مش كل اليهود أعدائنا
Because not all Jews are our enemies. بتخليها تسلم.
شيء طبيعي.
That's something natural.
إذا بتوافقني بالرأي.
What if she said no?
If she agrees with me, then of course I would marry her.
But what if she said she won't convert?
If she loves him and she won't convert.
Yeah.
طب إذا بتحبك بس بدهاش تحول للإسلام.
هيك بتحبنيش بسكوت.
That means she doesn't love me.
Okay.
لازم يكون في توافق مشان
There should be some agreeing between us. مستعدة تتزوجي إسرائيلي أو يهودي؟
لا أكيد.
لا أكيد؟
أكيد لا.
No, of course not. Of course not.
Why not?
ليش لا?
Why not? إنه هن أعدائنا.
Because they are our enemies.
بغض النظر إنه هو من أهل الكتاب بس إنه هم من أعدائنا.
Regardless if they are the people, regardless of the fact that they are a people of the book, they are still our enemies. طب even if he converts.
Sure.
طب حتى لو أسلم.
إذا أسلم إشي تاني.
But if he converts, that's something else. Would you agree? بتوافقي تتزوجي لو أسلم؟
إذا أسلم تبع ديننا، أوكي. ويعترف إنه إحنا فلسطينية، أوكي.
So if he converts into Islam, and if he follows our religion, and if he recognizes us as Palestinians, yes. بحكي هل أنت مستعد تتزوج إسرائيلية أو يهودية؟
طبعا لا.
طبعا لا. No, of course not.
Why not?
ليش؟
بس أنا بعتبرهم أعدائنا يعني مهما كان.
Because I just consider them our enemies.
Even someone who believes in Palestinian freedom.
حتى لو
فاهم علي. لا حتى ولو يعني اليهودية يعني ما.
No, even though because we just want to keep away from the Israelis and the Jews. حتى لو حولت. حتى لو أسلمت.
حتى لو أسلمت.
Even if she does convert into Islam.
Okay.
ماشي.